My family had an NBC license from Cuba that was taken from our family in 1959 in the Castro Revolution. And all these years later, at the age of 50, I'm given an opportunity to apply for a radio license. Then I come, see the Miami Media School advertisements, and I said, well, maybe I'll empower myself to winning by signing up for the course. So I did. And all of a sudden, man, I'm in the computer, looking at my regular emails, boom, FCC permit, 94.5 FM, 100 watt, low power radio. Oh my God, you'll be the first alumni, Miami Media School alumnus, that actually built a station from ground up. And I just couldn't believe it. I go, oh my God, I really did will myself. Now I'm the proud franchisee of WSQF Blink Radio, where you blink once I said it, blink twice, you missed it.
Chemical drawn you to me. Here I go, swimming in the deep. Sweet on that tongue, euphoria. It's a chemical release when I got you here with me. Nothing but you and me in the sky. Stars getting jealous of how bright we shine. No, we're not coming down, no, we're not coming down. Sweet on that tongue, euphoria. It's a chemical release when I got you here with me. Nothing but you and me in the sky. Stars getting jealous of how bright we shine. No, we're not coming down, no, we're not coming down.
And welcome to beautiful Tropical Stadium here in Miami, Florida. I'm Brad Johnson, joined by Christian Barr. We are here for the very first game of FC Miami City versus the Lakeland Tropics, and it is going to be a gorgeous day out on the pitch. We're looking at about 87 degrees, not a cloud in the sky here. Christian, welcome, my friend, to USL PDL Premier League Soccer. We have made it, my friend.
Exactly, and I'm excited to be here. Big Brad Johnson right next to me. It looks to be a good one. First game ever for the Florida Tropics.
You know, you look at this team. We went down and spoke with Coach Owen, and we asked him about that being not only the first game in the PDL, but a lot of their players, Christian, come from an indoor league where I said, you know, there's no sidebars, there's no sidewalls to knock people into. What are you going to do? He said, we'll let gravity take over. So we'll have to see, but it is interesting having an indoor league, making that transition to playing in an outdoor stadium, to having that type of opportunity where they're going to not only have the elements, but also the turf. You know, when you're playing on turf indoors, that really doesn't change because it's a controlled climate. That turf, we walked down on there a little bit earlier, it sinks, man. It sinks, and it's hot, and it can be sticky, so it's a little bit different when it's been sitting out and baking in this South Florida sun. You got to ask yourself, what is that going to do to their play when they come up against FC Miami City today?
Absolutely. A lot of the players come from different states and countries, so I asked a couple of the players from FC Miami City how that would affect their play and the humidity out there, and they simply answered, the fitness of the player will dictate who wins the game.
Yep, and, you know, it's their FC Miami City head coach Wagner Eloy and assistant coach Erica Rabistrana. Head coach Rano has been here for 3 years. This is his third year for this coach. You know, this PDL league has been around for quite some time, almost 15 years, where you've got a team who is kind of what I would call a division leader in this Southeast Division. Last year they were third. They did make the playoffs. and they're coming back, I'm sure, to improve on that and be a part of that expansion team that started in 2015 here in the Premier Developmental League. Before we start this game to kick off, we did ask the coach if there were any injuries that we should be worried out for and looked out for. He said, nope, let's go out here and have a good game. And as we said earlier on Miami Media School's Facebook Live program, we're going to be looking for Muhammad to come back out and as the leading goal scorer from last season and set the tone and the pace for this game. So to me, that's the keys to the game for him to come out and set the pace. For you, any keys for you for the game on Lakeland side to get the ball rolling for them?
Well, like we mentioned before, it is a scorcher out here, and the fittest players will win. So we're looking to see both of these teams are from Florida, but like I said before, a lot of them are from out of state. So I look to see the conditioning of both teams and see if that weighs in early and often.
Well, we're just about a half hour away from kickoff here from lovely Tropical Park Stadium. Seats about 7,000. We're looking to have a good stadium. Make sure you follow all of the action on the YouTube channel from FC Miami City. Also follow them on Twitter at FC Miami City. And go over to MiamiMediaSchool.com. Check in with your boys. For Brad Johnson and Christian Barr, we'll see you guys on the pitch.
Came to our attention that medias are very important for the club and for the image of the club, but on top of that for the players themselves, we decided to partner with the Miami Media School. So thanks to that partnership, Miami Media School will cover videos, documentaries, but also the live games on YouTube. It was something very essential for the club to have a professional organization taking care of the media. And that's why we decided to partner with the Miami Media School. So last weekend we had a special event for the players. We have been doing a photo shoot for the players for the past 2 years. So last year we've done that. It was not well organized because it was doing on an amateur way, let's say. And this season we decided to do that with our new partner Miami Media School. So we came to the school, we had the players here at the school. So on one hand we've done the photo shoot with Danny, our photographer, and then we had our partner on the spot barbershop who took care of the players. So they cut the hair, the beard. That way, it was important for the players to have a good looking for the interviews, video interviews. And we had a few drops done for the radio that you have in school. And let me tell you that all the players are really, really happy and very excited about the opportunity that they had last week. And for us, it was very important to as well, be associated to this kind of event. I'm super excited. Every season is different because every time we start from scratch, we have to hire new players. We have a brand new staff this season, coaching staff. We have people who came just to reinforce the team. We try to balance between former players, returning players, and new players, rookies. It's a very exciting season, upcoming season, and I'm pretty excited about it.
Oui, j'attends que ça, la compétition, la compétition, la compétition.
I'm really excited because I think we have a really, really good team and we're looking forward to be champions this year.
Complètement, j'attends que ça. Yeah, it's very excited. It's my second year, so I'm looking forward to going farther than last year and improving everything that we missed on last year.
Cada temporada es algo nuevo y uno quiere siempre dar lo mejor de sí.
Oui, j'attends que ça et on espère faire une bonne saison.
Super eccitato. E credo che, oltre che eccitato, voglio dire che sono molto ambizioso perché stiamo lavorando bene, stiamo lavorando con tutta l'intensità necessaria per esprimerci al meglio. Chiaro che nel calcio non c'è nessuna regola che ti fa arrivare prima, ancora prima di iniziare, ma credo che abbiamo comunque le carte in regola per riuscire a giocarcela.
Oui, bien sûr. C'est un nouveau championnat pour nous. On vient de France et j'ai vraiment envie de débuter cette saison et espérer gagner ce championnat.
1, 2, checking is good.
I think we have a good season ahead of us, and it should be a good season.
Yeah, of course, because we have been working really hard, and with the coaches and the staff, we had some great guests from France to help us.
Estoy emocionado porque sé que podemos llegar a ser campeones.
I'm very excited and it will be a good season for us.
Sí, muy emocionado. Es una nueva experiencia para mí. Y pues con toda.
Yes, I am really looking forward to the season. We only have 12 days to get ready, and it should be a fun one.
Extremely excited and grateful for the opportunity, and hopefully we can get things going on the right direction this year.
El Barbie Show es un programa para nuevos talentos. Invito a artistas que no son escuchados, que quieren ser escuchados, que son voces que están apagadas porque no le dan la oportunidad en varios programas de traerlos, ya que no tienen nombre, no son famosos. Más de 100,000 personas miran mi programa y es un programa nuevo que apenas está empezando a arrancar bien y que creo que a la gente mucha gente me dice que le gusta mi dinámica, que soy muy divertida, muy contenta y como que le alegro el día, que gracias a Miami Media School que me abrió la puerta para este programa tan bonito, porque ellos están prácticamente diseñados para eso, para ayudarte y para educarte y para que tú puedes hacerlo, y de verdad puedes hacerlo porque de esta escuela Miami Media School ha salido mucha gente talentosa y que ahora mismo están en canales de televisión, en radio, y el que no está es porque la verdad no ha querido, porque yo pensé que no podía y estoy.
Hi, my name is Lex Francis. I'm a recent graduate from Miami Media School at 2016. I just got recently hired at Fort Myers Wink News, affiliated with CBS and CNN. Been around since 1939. Miami Media School is a phenomenal facility with great equipment, with great professors in the industry. It's an up and down roller coaster, but you just gotta stay the course, stay consistent, hustle, and show that you're determined, and you'll get a very good outcome within the school.
And welcome to the players to watch for the game coming up versus the Lakeland Tropics. Christian, we're looking at the FC Miami City lead scorer from last year coming back in Mohamed Karamano. And I might have butchered his name there. I'm sorry. Correct me, Chris. Karuma. We're going to be hopefully saying that a couple of times this season. As we said it last year. Last year he netted 12 goals for the champions last season. He actually garnered a runner-up all-league top scorer in 2016. So Mohamed's going to be definitely one of those guys, as I said in the pregame, who's going to be setting the pace. And, you know, we're expecting just another solid season from this talented striker here in this developmental league.
Absolutely. I'm also looking out for Hamza Morki, forward. So also to make some more big plays, score some more goals. Hopefully they have the same amount of goals, but hopefully it's in the 20s this year.
Now, senior captain is who they're led by, Brian Pereira. He's going to be looking at his third season as the captain. He's going to be looking to make sure that they find cohesion as the season progresses. You know, you got to ask yourself, in these beginning parts of the season, these first games, what are you actually going to see? What are you actually going to look for? One of the guys that I'm looking to as well is goalkeeper Eric Dyer. He's this junior goalkeeper. We want to see him keep these games close in order for them to get a good shot at taking over this match.
Absolutely.
when you look at this team as a whole, they've played together a little bit longer than this Lakeland team that we're looking at. I'm not saying that that ever has anything to do with it, but when you have a group of guys who are used to winning games together, scoring goals together, working on assists, and just being a flat-out good defenseman, you normally do have a good suggestion. And plus, it's a home field advantage, my friend, for their first game, getting a chance to play at home. You definitely have to look at that. And, of course, for the head coach, when you're looking at Wagnu Aloy, we spoke to him early, expecting a better overall performance from last year. I don't know. Again, like I said, Mohammed, if he can top 12 goals, that's going to be good to watch. We're going to be going down to the field here in just a little while, Christian. We're going to be speaking with Yuri, the general manager of the FC Miami City Champions. When you've got these players who are in developmental leagues like this, it's so good to be able to see them come into their own, Chris, because what happens is once they get an opportunity to shine, such as Mohammed has, then you get that call from MLS. Then you get that call from Premier Leagues. The best thing about this, the Premier Developmental League, is you get to see it in its inception, my friend.
Absolutely.
How it starts,
once
how
one
it
player
begins.
is progressing, and once one player is really dominating in the league, the other players want to do that as well. They want to shine for their teammate. They want to do more and more.
And that's what you get to see. And we spoke with the captain, Brian Perea, and he said again that's one of the things that he wants to do. He wants to get the opportunity for him to come out and not only lead his team, but get them ready for that next level. It's not so much in these leagues, the way I look at it, it's not so much as the performance that you're doing in these games as the season progresses. It's how you're growing as a player, preparing yourself to go to that next level, because that's what developmental leagues are about. It's not so much being the champion of the developmental league. It's how can I play with different people.
Talent. Absolutely.
And that's what you have to do when you're working on that. We're going to go to our starting lineups now and see what we're looking at for the FC. We'll start with the home team, FC Miami City. Go ahead, Chris.
We got Mehdi Taib at goalkeeper, number 1, Mehdi Taib. We also have Jonathan, excuse me on the butchering of the names possibly, but Jonathan Padyen. Let's see what else. Kevin Wharton.
And he's going to be a defender. Kevin Wharton's going to be a defender, and he's going to be coming down for us. Then at midfielder and defender, we're going to be looking at Ethan Sonas wearing number 4. He's going to be looking at that. And then at midfielder, we're going to be working with Abdallah. He is going to be the midfielder for FC Miami City. And then we are going to move on now to another midfielder wearing the jersey 18, number 18, Hervé Batamanlia. And then we are going to be looking at the center, our captain, Brian Perez. We spoke about him. He's going to be wearing number 11. He plays the forward position. And then we're going to be moving on over to the man of the hour, forward and striker that everyone's going to be looking for, the top goal scorer of last season, number 10, Mohamed Komaroum. Here we go.
Expect to hear that name a lot this year. Momo or Karoum.
Karuma. He's going to be coming out. And then we're also going to be looking at jersey. He's going to be wearing jersey number 9. And that's going to be Hamza Marici. He's going to be playing forward. And then rounding out the starters for this game is going to be number 98 on his jersey, and that's Hamadia. And he will be rounding out the starters for FC Miami City.
Like I mentioned before, Hamza Morki on USPDL.com is mentioned as one of the top forwards to watch in the league this year. So look for big things this year next to Mohamed Karuma.
Mohamed Karuma, that's the name we're going to be saying hopefully a lot this season. Mohamed Karuma, get used to it. They said his name 12 times last year as he got into the net. How are we going to call that? Karuma! Karuma! We'll have to get those names. And this is our first time doing this as well as part of the Miami Media School. We're getting a chance to partner with FC Miami City. So we want to invite you guys on to go along for the ride. Make sure you go to the YouTube channel for FC Miami City. Follow myself and Christian as we take you through this ride. Again, kickoff is set to go in about 10-15 minutes at 6 o'clock promptly. Weather's still the same. We're looking forward to this. We are maybe joined by the general manager for FC Miami City, hopefully in a few minutes. But we spoke a little bit earlier about what we're expecting to see in this game. And I want to go back to this, being the fact that it is a developmental league. Again, what you want to do is you want to see the progression of these players in the style that they're playing. You want to see how they are on stamina, what type of things affect them, weather. Can they overcome these? What players are going to be cramping up? Are we going to be seeing people who are on the side, hurting really bad for hydration?
Absolutely. We saw a few players when we went to go talk to them, and a lot of them were drinking. Couldn't actually tell you what it was, but a lot of them were drinking it for cramping. So they expect a lot of that this year, and it is a hot one out here. I'm sweating myself. So
you're not sweating. You're sweating maybe from being nervous, not from it. I'm fine.
Right now.
I'm cool. I'm as cool as a cucumber because I'm excited about the first game in the FC Miami City 2017 season as we get kicked off and ready to go. This Lakeland Tropics team, I want to go over to them really quickly and just see the fact that when we spoke to the coach, that's another thing I want to see with him. We spoke with Coach Owen, how they're going to react to some of this weather, how they're going to react to some of the nuances of playing outdoor versus the indoor soccer game.
Absolutely, and we spoke to Owen, and he was all business, and his team looked like they were all business. And this is their first game in this league, so I expect big things out of them too.
Well, with FC Miami City returning 13 players from last season, it's going to be an equal mix between returning players and rookies. You can see it just when we were watching warm-ups. They seem to have a lot more members on their team down on their side of the pitch than the Tropics did. It looked like the Tropics didn't field as heavy as a squad.
That may be a factor in the game. Less substitutions, less people to go in. So we'll have to see how that plays out for them.
We are coming up to the beginning of kickoff as we get you set. Remember, go follow them on Twitter at FC Miami City. Also, go to their YouTube channel to watch it. As we get ready, I'm seeing the referees walk towards the field as well as some of the players. Of course, we always like to see the youth soccer team being escorted, both teams coming in.
Absolutely, and if you miss any of the action, any of the goals scored, any of the penalty kicks, make sure you go to the FC Miami Twitter at FC Miami City, and the replays will be on there.
Let's now go to the pitch.
Hospital. The FC Miami City is proud to partner with the City of Miami and Tropical Park Stadium in presenting this match between the visiting Lakeland Tropics and your FC Miami City. Woo! Good sportsmanship is a vital component of our league. The FC Miami City and our athletes recognize that judgment calls, either by coaches, officials, or the players themselves, are made in good faith and should be respected. Respect the game, respect fair play. Don't forget to stay up to date with what is happening with your FC Miami City throughout the league and PDL's top prospects at fcmiamicity.com. Now let's offer a 305 welcome to your FC Miami City. Woo! And now let's meet the lineups for today's game, first starting with the officials. The officials for tonight's match are Gustavo Caicedo, Warren Blois, Seth Dagan, and Garrett Erskine. And now let's meet the visitors from Lakeland. Number 5, Kawe Salgado. Number 15, Luca Weichers. Number 17, Ramsey Torre. Number 2, Jake Vanderleet. Number 4, Asanov Diakite. Number 20, Pedro Ivo Diaz. Number 18, Victor Rojas. Number 11, Tawan Salgado. Number 10, Victor Barreiras. And number 9, Ricardo Dieguez. Guarding the net for the Tropics, number 0, Jonathan Valerio. The head coach for the Tropics is Mr. Owen Conlon. And now introducing the starting lineup for your FC Miami City. Number 4, Ethan Sonis. Number 5, Kevin Wharton. Number 6, Kevin Kwafi. Number 10, Mohamed Koruma. Number 11, Brian Perea. Number 8, Abduruf Abdallah. Number 18, Bato. Number 19, Hamza Morshid. Number 21, Jonathan Parfex. And number 98, Naeem Hamdi. Guarding the net for your FC Miami City, number 1, Mehdi Taib. Your FC Miami City is coached by Mr. Wanyo Elwa, assisted by Julian Pedraza and Aldo Zilio. And at this time, we ask everyone to please rise and gentlemen remove your hats as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem.
The bones bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that our star-spangled banner get away o'er the land and of the free and the home of the brave.
Everybody clap your hands.
Go ahead, Chris, knock it out. And welcome back to the very first game of FC Miami City versus the Lakeland Tropics. Brad Johnson, Christian Barr. Christian's got our
Presented
head-ups.
by FC Miami City Champions, Premier Developmental League, the Nicholas Children's Hospital, the Spot Barbershop, BN Sports, Nike, Urban Soccer 5, Edu or EDU Sport Academy, Paris Saint-Germain, PSG Academy, Liga de Professional Football.
And here we go as we get set off for the kickoff as I'm watching Captain Brian Pereira speak right now to the referees. He is met midfield by the other captain, Ricardo Dieguez, as they go back to their respective teams.
Florida Tropics in orange and white, and FC Miami City in the midnight blue. But don't worry, this team will not strike midnight. They will not turn into a pumpkin. They will prevail.
It's gonna be hot in those navy blue jerseys, Christian.
Yeah, let's see how they fare.
It's not
We
going to
talked
be
to the
fun.
players before. They said conditioning, fitness will matter in this game, and I believe that is the key.
So we're going to see how that turns out. Getting ready for the kickoff now as both members huddle up on their respective sides of the field.
During the national anthem, we saw both teams pretty jittery, and there were little kids in front of them pretty jittery too, but the players, grown men, seemed pretty jittery themselves. Excited, not jittery, excited, ready to go, ready for this season to start, ready for big things, ready for the future.
And as we get ready to set the kickoff, goalies go to their respective nets right now. Jonathan Valerio. the goalkeeper for the Tropics getting ready. And we are just waiting for kickoff now.
Starting
Captain
lineup for the
Ricardo
Florida Tropics
Diegues.
at goalkeeper Ricardo Diegues. Right back, Towan Salgado. Center back, Victor Pereira. Left back, Victor Rojas. Right mid, Hasiro Diakite. Left mid, Pedro Ivo Diaz. Sorry about that.
And here we go. We have kickoff starting right now. It looks like the champions have control of the ball as they are right by their goalkeepers. It is being controlled right now by Kevin Kofic as he gets it over right now as we speak, almost to midfield.
A kick up the left side, almost out of bounds there, but kept inside. Oh,
and
out of
our
bounds
first out of bounds, it's going to be champions ball as they prepare to throw it in. And it's going to be Ethan Sonis. And he stops for a second to tie his shoe before he gets to throw in. When we started the game, it was about 87 degrees. Looks like it's going to continue to be that way as he ties his shoe.
Luckily, the fans here have found some shade, so it should be pretty cool for them, but a little hot for the players.
Another out of bounds, and it looks like the champions are going to keep it. Brian Craig brings it in. And it looks like there was a huge shove.
The Florida Tropics.
That was Luca Weisberg. With the shove, the referee goes over to speak to him right now. Does not look there's going to be any infraction, but we are going to get a free kick coming in now, and it looks like as we await, Abdallah is going to be taking that kick. No, excuse me. It is Abdallah as he kicks around his corner. And it is netted back out by Diaz. And then we have a whistle. It's going to be almost offsides, but it is going to be going the other way.
Tropics ball.
And the Tropics are going to be looking for their first time on offense as Jonathan Valerio sets up the troops, gets everyone set up.
By goalkeeper Ricardo Diegues.
Ricardo Diegues. Coming out.
Scans the field. He kicks it. He goes all the way to the middle of the field, to the 40, to the 30. Oh, header by Florida Tropics. Controlled by the Florida Tropics. Up to the left side. Oh,
and now the champions have come back around it.
A little push there to the middle of the pitch.
And as we get the action, it's still coming on our side of the press box. Ethan Sonis controls it as he dribbles down. Finds Mohamed Karuma, the leader, as he goes on the edge, dribbles through. Ball is taken away from him. He kicks it back to midfield. The champions have control over it once again. Christian, that was our first time we saw action from Mohamed. What'd you think? He handled that pretty well between 3 or 4 defenders.
He looks ready. He looks just, that's the only way to describe it. He looks ready to go, ready to score more goals, more than last year for sure.
Out of bounds from the champions. The Tropics bring it in. Captain Ricardo Diegues bringing the ball back inside. The champions, it looked like the champions had control, but the Tropics now bring it across midfield. Tripped up, whistle is blown.
And we have a stop.
Stoppage in play, the Tropics ball. They're going to be bringing it back in field of the pitch.
Big kick from the coach right there.
We spoke with Coach Owen. He seemed pretty fired up when we talked to him on the sideline earlier.
Maybe not just a coach, player coach right there.
We've got a free kick coming off from the Tropics right now. They are on the side of the champion side of the pitch. In control, champion set up in a defensive set. The ball is crossed over to the far sideline.
Controlled by the Tropics.
Mohamed comes up,
Karuma.
Looking to run the ball out. As now ball is out of bounds, looking to go champions' way.
Champions ball.
Ethan Sonis to bring it in. Mohamed looking to catch this pass.
A lot of action so far by Ethan Sonis. Very involved in the game right now.
As it's champions, they're right at midfield. Abdallah controls it, switches it all the way over to Carlos Chacon. Excuse me, that's Jonathan Parpay. Parpay knocked down on the far side of the ball. Tropics are going to be bringing it back inside. Still on the Tropic side of the pitch.
And a long run by the referee. Coming back, though.
And the champions control it on their side of the pitch.
So far, it seems like both teams are just feeling each other out. Mohamed Karuma, though, seems to be the one on the attack.
Champions are going to control that ball. Looks like Brian Perea, captain, bringing it back in. Long ball right now being played by the Champions. At midfield, a little action. Header coming over from the Tropics from Lucas Wychicks. Oh, a wonderful slide. We do have a Champions player down. That looks like it was Harusa Daiket from the Lakeland Tropics on the slide. We've got a Champions player on the field. That's going to be Brian Perea, the captain, 3 years in the running. He was taken out by a slide, waiting to see if we hear anything from the referees as he controls and gets himself. And that is a yellow card. Waiting from the official announcement from the PA and the referee, but it looks like a yellow card from our box. Brian Perea, captain, the recipient of that slide, gets up shaken. Yellow card was by Harasso Diakite. And it looks like Ethan Son is fighting for that. At midfield, there is a battle for the ball. That yellow card coming at 4:37 in the first half, at 4-minute and 37 mark. The Champions control the ball. Long ball.
Long ball to the middle. Oh, knocked down right there.
Tropics were able to knock that out of bounds. It's going to be coming back.
Play, but it's going to be the Florida Tropics ball.
As the Champions get prepared back on defense, goalkeeper Jonathan Valerio looking to drop kick this right out of their side. See the leg on him. That's a long ball.
Kick to the middle, to the 40.
From the keep. As the ball is controlled by the Champions half at midfield. Brian Perea looking for the stop there. Doesn't get it.
Kicks it to the middle. Up the side, Ethan Sonis crosses to the middle.
Ethan Sonis with the long ball. It's going to go out. And we prepare again for Jonathan Valero to be kicking out of his net. As the Champions once again get ready to defend. A big collaboration of guys right at midfield. It looks like the Champions will control it as they get ready to bring it to the side of the Tropics. Dribbling between right now. Long ball from the Tropics. Looks like Pedro Diaz. And that's a easy save by the goalkeeper.
So far, most of the possession in the opponent's zone of the field.
First time we get to see the leg.
Attack, FC Miami City.
Yeah, first time we get to see the leg of Taib, the Champions goalkeeper. As we've got action here from Batamania. As Batamania kicks it out of bounds towards the corner. We've gotten to see a lot of these early going in the first half from Jonathan Valerio. We get to see his leg. It's very strong. He has cleared midfield on the past 3 or 4 attempts coming out of this box. Once again, kicks it all the way past midfield. Controlled by the champ. Look ahead. There's a shot. And it is brought back out by the Tropics. Almost a shot on goal. It looks like he tripped up right before he was going to shoot it.
No penalty called, though, fortunately for FC Miami City.
The Champions control it. They're right at midfield. Bring it back down.
Number 6, Kevin Kofik with control.
Kevin Kofik on the sideline coming back up. Crosses midfield, dribbles. Pass right now. Back out of bounds by the Tropics. The Champions will retain the ball as we get prepared for Ethan Sonis to bring it in. He does, dribbling between 2 defenders, knocked down.
By the Tropics. No penalty, though. The Tropics running down the field to the right side. He gets past by FC Miami City defender Ethan Sonis, but out of bounds. And I believe an offside. No, just not out of bounds.
Ethan Sonis brings it back in. It is on the near side of the field for us. Tropics player comes in to try and knock it out, but
Tropics
it's not defended well by.
Right there, doing a little somersault.
Yeah, well, that was Ramzi Torre, who came in from about the 30-yard line, ran about 20 yards, and just tackled that
Maybe
guy.
Maybe a part-time gymnast with a flip like
that.
No
kidding. He has, in my world, we call that ups. We call that ups. Ball being brought in on the far side of the field by the Champions. Thrown in, defended well by the Tropics, kicked out of the box, controlled now.
Controlled by number 4, headed to the zone.
That is Ethan Sonis.
Ball in midfield.
Tropics now have control over it. Muhammad gets the ball back at midfield, dribbles, makes a great little pass. And we are beginning to see the work of Abdallah as he tried. Abdallah tried to get it over to Muhammad. Muhammad was streaking on that left side. He saw a lane straight to the goal, but I think we saw Victor Rojas come in and disrupt that from the Tropics.
Number 2, Jake Vanderloot, actually, with the stoppage out of bounds for the Tropics. Possibly a good thing for the Tropics, as Muhammad Karuma was looking pretty good on that run.
He was. It looks like Tropics. Champions have the ball at midfield. Long ball kick over to the corner.
Cross to the middle.
Bonamia. Muhammad on the corner. He tries to cross it over. Does not happen. It was a nice little bend. Tropics fighting very fiercely against that defense. The Champions still control it.
Immense pressure right now by FC Miami City. So far in the game, Miami City is definitely the attacker.
Muhammad in the corner looking for a shot on goal as he dribbles between 2 defenders, goes back around, shoots.
And he's a magician. The ball just will not leave his foot.
It would not, but they were able to thwart that, and they were able to kick that past midfield. Champions recover right now to reset up their offense. Batamia sets it up as they go the other way. Champions, long ball looking for Muhammad in the corner. Can he cover it? And he cannot run it down. He cannot run it down. Once again, make sure you follow FC Miami City on their Twitter account, at FC Miami City. For any goal scored, there will be replays of that goal.
Thrown in by the Tropics. And we have a stoppage. It's going to be Champions ball. We have a throw in by number 4.
Ethan Sonis handling most of the throw-in duties so far this first half. Muhammad, again in the corner, fighting very hard against defender Jake Vanderloot.
FC Miami City doing as much as they can to score a goal, but the Florida Tropics are not bending to their will just yet.
They are not, as we get set for another inbounds pass from Hervé Batamia, as he passes it in right in front of the goal. A header
long pass
by Kevin Kofic. Champions still preserve it. Another header out by the defender. Tropics clear that goal, it looks like, as they head towards midfield. Defended heavily by Kevin Kofic. Kevin Kofic dribbles past, goes down. Champions are in the corner now with a huge cross, big long ball. Kevin Kofic with the header, looking for Muhammad. Muhammad shoots!
Muhammad Karuma! Oh,
just over the top bar. That was a beautiful assist by Sonis. Finds Muhammad right in front of the goal and just misses the shot.
And that's exactly what we were talking about earlier. Muhammad Karuma dictating the pace of the game for FC Miami City. The Champions are looking like champions right now.
I look for Muhammad Karuma to do that quite often in this game, Chris. We saw it really early. Make sure you check out the replay of that shot on goal by going to Twitter at FC Miami City. Another shot long taken from the corner. But if you missed the shot from Muhammad Karuma, make sure you go over to FC Miami City's Twitter, and you'll be able to see that replay. Ball is back in play now. Champions control that looks like as we are sitting, Abdallah controlling it now, going over to Kevin Kofic, who dribbles up the sideline.
Passes to Ethan Sonis. Ethan Sonis sees number 98.
Looking for someone to cross. He doesn't, shoots it far wide of the goal out of bounds. It's going to be Tropics ball as we look forward for Jonathan Valerio with the goal kick coming up shortly. For almost 15 minutes gone by in the first half of the FC Miami City versus the Lakeland Tropics. The sun is going down, a nice breeze coming. You can tell from the stands they're happy about that, Chris, as we've got the goal kick about to midfield.
Also relief for the players because it was a hot one out
Yes,
here
it
earlier.
was.
Starting to cool down a little bit, though, as the night passes on.
It looks like Batamania and Rojas got tripped up at midfield. The Tropics were able to come out with a long kick.
Maybe some confusion right
Victor
there. As all the players
Rojas
seemed to stop for a moment.
Victor Rojas with a
and
corner.
bend to the goal, but a little bit
It
to
was
the
a
left.
bend. Victor Rojas tried to bend that kick, got caught by the wind, went wide left of the
Tried to bend it
goal.
like Beckham right there.
He tried. Tahib with the goal kick coming out as the champions control, going up the sideline, dribbling very softly as they set up their offense. That was the first shot on goal that I can recall from the Tropics this game. A long ball coming out, Tropics control, and it is out of bounds. Oh, yep, it is out of bounds. Champions ball as they control it in the corner.
Quick throw in Miami City, wasting no time this game on the attack so far all game. Definitely holding the majority of the possession so far.
Yeah, and I got to tell you, we thought we were going to see this in the beginning of the game, let them set the tone. Muhammad coming out with a shot on goal, almost scoring.
Absolutely. They want to show these rookies who's boss. They want to show them exactly what they're getting themselves into.
Muhammad in the corner,
Karuma.
dribbling between two, and he's tripped up as he tries to go between two defenders. He's looking for the flag, not going to get one. As we see the defense of the champions playing hard, long ball, as it looks like Salgado in the corner, dribbling past. Salgado looking for someone to cross the ball to as he dribbles between, finds Victor Paracas. Ball is kicked out by the champions.
Ball goes to number 96, Adam Kati, a.k.a. Adams. Adams with the ball again. Goes to the right, a long kick, and it's stopped by Digues.
Kati with the long shot on goal there, and that's what you have to do. You have to continue to chop down that defense and chop down that goalkeeper. As many shots on goal. That's what you got to do. As the ball is kicked out of bounds, it looks like it's going to be champions ball once again as we look at Ethan Sonis with the inbounds pass.
Make sure you go to fcmiamicity.com. Check out the new wardrobe, apparel, anything, sweatshirts, t-shirts, jerseys, whatever you want, they got it. And make sure you subscribe to their newsletter as well. Go to the bottom of the page and just hit that red icon that says subscribe to newsletter.
Salgado was in a huge battle just now along the sideline, and he lost it on his dribble, allowing the champions to come back in and take over. Thank you. As the Tropics had control, they lose it over to the champions right now.
Muhammad Karuma definitely looking like the same player from last year, possibly even better. As a matter of fact, he is looking better than last year.
We do have
big things out of him this year.
We do have a player down right now as we speak. He was dropped to his knees. That's Abdallah. We're waiting now to see if there's going to be repercussions as he limps over to the referee. The referee gives a warning. It looks like to Captain Ricardo Dieguez, probably saying to get your team together, man.
Referee says play on, boys.
And that's what it looks like.
That's going to be number 5, Wharton, to the right side.
As the champions are on the Tropics side of the field, they're once again working the corners, trying to see if they can get the cross.
On the right side.
The cross thwarted by the defender there. Champions still control it as Abdi kicks it back out. Kevin Kofic sets it up at midfield to start the offense. Kofic dribbles down the line, looks for a short cross, comes back, decides to keep the ball, dribbles it back inside. It's kicked back out. Ethan Sonis again on the play, going to be bringing in the overhead pass.
Looking for Karuma, but they are all over him right now as he looks to be the difference maker so far. Ethan Sonis to the left, crosses it to the middle. Oh, stopped by the Tropics right there.
Stopped by the traffic. Let's see if Muhammad can stop this ball. He's playing defender right now against Victor Rojas. He's able to get it back.
And right now, the Tropics just cannot even cross the midfield line.
They can't.
The FC Miami City looks to dominate this game so far.
Batomi kicks it in for a short cross. It was taken out. Batomi, the ball again, far side of the field is the corner field is controlled by the Tropics. By the Champions. Champions kick it back out to about midfield as they head in. Muhammad now has the ball. Ethan Sonis
with the rebound right there.
Takes it over. They let them play on Muhammad with the short pass. Shot on goal. Header.
Oh,
and it's kicked out again.
Right there.
Muhammad keeps it in play. Another header. And it looks like a great set of action down by the goal, Christian. I was wondering if we were going to see anything. A couple different headers there.
My heart started to beat too fast right there. I thought that I was going to see the first goal of the season right there.
Ethan Sonis and Muhammad on this corner have been doing a quick little play of give and go, Gerald. And it's been working. They haven't been able to get it in, but that little give and go play that they've been working there in the corner.
Maybe a little misdirection. It almost looked like Karuma let it go through his legs on accident, but it looked like a design play, actually.
Yeah,
and Ethan Sonis picked it up really quick and looked for the goal opportunity.
And it's working right now. It is working right now. We look at right now the Champions as they do a quick cross. Abdallah brings it back out from the corner. Abdallah again in the corner, crosses it over, hits the top of the goal post.
Hits the right bar and goes out on FC Miami City.
It has just been an aggressive play by FC Miami City going forward into the first 20 minutes of this game. Very aggressive on their side of the ball offensively. Brings it back out from the corner. Christian, we are who we thought they were?
Absolutely. They're looking very strong so far. Controlling the ball, passing well, now seem to be slowing it down when they get to the other side of the field, or excuse me, the Tropics side of the field, and seem to be methodically breaking down the Tropics now.
Jonathan Valero on the goal kick. He's got a big leg. That one gets caught in the wind a little bit, barely makes it to middle. The Champions control it as they kick it back to get their offense restarted right at midfield, as it's a long ball.
To Ethan Sonis.
Controlled by Ethan Sonis. Kicked back over to Kevin Kofic, who's a long ball. Finds someone pass. There could be a shoot. Oh.
It is given. The offside
and he is given the offsides.
A marvelous run right there. Good. Looked like it was going to be the one.
It was. It was a good pass by Kevin Kofic. The wind caught it just a little bit, and it sailed a little bit further than he thought. He was looking for the trajectory to be a little bit higher. But in a perfect world, it would have been a goal scored. We are halfway through the first half as the score stands 0-0 here at beautiful Tropic Park in Miami, Florida. One of South Florida's premier destinations, Tropic Park, seats 7,000 people. Make sure you get over to the concession stand and for all your drinks and food needs.
A beautiful day. Surprised I don't see any Fufuzelas out here.
I have a Fufuzela app on my phone. I can make the sound if you want.
We should have everybody in the stands download the Fufuzela app and start blaring them loud.
Tropics on the side of the Champions for the first time in a long time, and it's promptly kicked out by Kevin Wharton. Kevin Wharton clears the field for them. Tropics control it at midfield. Champions take back over again. Hervé Bantamia crosses midfield as they are going towards the Tropics goal once again, looking to cross it over. There's a long cross to Mohamed Karuma. Karuma dribbles past one defender, looking to cross towards midfield.
And the Champions so far looking to get the ball into the foot of their leading goal scorer last year, Mohamed Karuma.
Tropics are driving past midfield, and they're thwarted once again by the champions. It looks like there is a stoppage in play by the referees as he reprimands Harvey Batamania. I wish I could read his lips from here. I want to hear what he said.
He was not happy about that call.
He was not.
Batamania so far is just all over the field right now.
Defensively, he is definitely a standout from what I've seen from here in the booth. Tropics now with the chance to get a shot at goal as they cross over. Tropics dribbling between 3 defenders, looking to score. Shot on goal. Big save by Mahida Taib. That looks like the second shot on goal for the Tropics. Big save by Mahida Taib as the goalkeeper for the champions. Champions now again have the ball at midfield. It looks like Batamini controlling, passes it over to Ethan Sonis. Sonis kicks it back out to midfield to Kevin Kofic. Kevin Kofic dribbles up, brings the ball in between. Finds Hamadida.
So looking to lean on Ethan Sonis and Muhammad Karuma. Some definite chemistry seen right now by the 2 young players.
And you know, they're going to work the same play. They start off in the corner. They cross it over as quickly as they can to Muhammad. Then Muhammad, it looks like him and Ethan Sonis run that give and go. We see the cross. There's Muhammad again.
Miami City with a possible goal opportunity.
And it was thwarted. It looks like what happened on that play is Hamadia was looking for the header and it hit him in his neck.
Yeah.
As we saw him go down, that would have been an easy header, an easy goal for FC Miami City champions. Right now, we've got a Tropics player on the other side of the field who's on his hands and knees. I can't see his number from here, but we do have a Tropics player down. And it was thwarted. As we are looking, remember, not an injury timeout. He gets up. We await the goal kick from Jonathan Valerio. Long ball crosses over midfield. It looks like right now Tropics have control.
Player down for the Tropics was number 5, Cowie Salgado.
Tropics now in the corner looking to cross right in front of the goal.
And that is stopped.
And it is
immediately
stopped.
By FC Miami City. FC Miami City is really just hounding them right now.
Jonathan Valerio just very big in the net today. For the few times that they have come down, his presence has loomed large. But we may look to have our first corner kick of the game, and it's going to be coming from the Tropics as they prepare for their corner kick. Now, the champions are lined up in front of the goal.
Players in position
as they get ready to run.
The
corner kick is up. It's bounced out, and it looks like the champions
will regain control.
Are going to push that right out. First goal kick of the game handled by the Tropics coming at the 27-minute mark. And it's going to be an overhead pass in again, once from Kevin Kofic. Yeah, go for it. Again, champions in control as they pass midfield. Habadia passes it along. Looks like the Tropics are going to run it down as it's kicked out of bounds by the Tropics. Going to remain champions' ball. Parmier with the overhead pass. Brings it into Hamadia. Hamadia in the corner. Dribbles it around between another player. Hamadia still with the ball. Dribbling. Going towards the corner. Almost tripped up. Out of bounds by the Tropics player. And Habadia were fighting for it, and it looks like they're going to give the out of bounds to the Tropics as we see Jonathan Valerio, the goal kick, getting ready for the goal kick out of his end zone. Once again, Valerio with the big foot on him. He's got a big leg. We've seen him clear midfield many times.
And Hamdi with some fancy footwork right there, reluctantly knocked out by the Tropics.
And it was kicked directly to, it looks like, Brian Perea, the captain, who brings it, shoots forward over into the corner and is run down by a Tropic defender as he accelerated. It looks like the captain, Ricardo Dieguez, went to the other captain and said, not in this match today, my friend. Not in this match. It did not happen. That right there is what you call a captain-on-captain crime. Two guys with Z's on their chest who aren't going to let it happen as we await the goal kick from Jonathan Valerio of the Tropics as he tries to clear midfield, which he does easily. The champions regained by Captain Brian Perez. He does a long kick trying to find him, and it is caught by Jonathan Valerio. It could not be caught. It looks like we had...
And a long kick by the Tropics to the middle of the field. Regain control. Oh.
Tropics now trying to get it. They find an open hole by Cap. It looks like number 10, Victor Perikas, had the ball, loses it. Now controlled. That was Dos Ivos on the physical play. As we await the inbounds play from the champions, as they find the Tropics 18. Oh, almost a shot on goal. Saved. Great defense by the champions as we look for another long ball to half field. Muhammad comes into play, finds a long cross across the field from Muhammad Sanu, looking over to Captain Brian Pena, who takes the pass. Another cross to Muhammad. Muhammad looks for a shot, and it's kicked out of bounds by. No, he kept it in bounds. He kept it in bounds.
Ethan Sonis is looking like the facilitator so far this game.
He definitely is. They've been running that give and go play between Sonis and Muhammad in the corner with the long, and it is caught.
Out of reach for number 19, Hamzi Morki.
Jonathan Valero, another save from the Tropics goalkeeper, but the champions go right back in. A huge hit. Muhammad dribbles around.
A lot of gymnasts out here today.
Dribbles around the player, and it's another save by Jonathan Valero. It was almost a shot on goal, but it looked like it was deflected by team captain Ricardo Dieguez for the Tropics, as Valero gives a very long ball, and it's going to be recovered by goalkeeper Mahid Taib, who looks to set up the offense right now as we speak. Mahid Taib, only his second time coming out of the net, it seems like, today in this first half. The ball has mostly been in play on the Tropic side of the field. We'll see if that holds up in the second half as well. Champions have control of the ball. Mahib looks to Muhammad. It is kicked out of bounds. Sonis going to be bringing it in, finds Kevin Kofic, gets it back to midfield as they begin to set up their offense with Kevin Wharton. Dribbling downfield, long kick, looking to find Hazma Marici. Does not find him. Hamdi again with the shot, thwarted again by the Tropics defense. In the corner, Captain Brian Pena looking to cross it over, shoots it back out. In the corner again, kick towards the goal. Muhammad Hisuda with the header. And it is dropped out of play. Ball still in play, but a beautiful header.
The champions are just relentless right now. They're looking for that opening goal.
Muhammad Karuma, very aggressive when he's near the net. Very aggressive when he's near the net. We've seen it multiple times today.
Big trip right there by the Tropics. It's going to be FC Miami City ball.
And we're looking at the referee who is talking right now to Victor Parias from the Lakeland Tropics on that trick. And we're going to get a free kick on this. And it looks like Muhammad Karuma is going to take the free kick as we get set to do that coming in. It looks like almost the 33rd minute here at Tropical Park Stadium. The defenders are lined up for for Lakeland Tropics. And that kick very wide and high for Muhammad.
Actually, that's good for 3.
It was good for 3. If it was the Longhorns against the Seminoles, that might be a good one. Make sure you head over to FC Miami City's Twitter handle, at FC Miami City, where you're going to see the replay of the last header from Muhammad Karuma. Make sure you get over to Twitter and check that out on FC Miami City.
FC Miami City looks to have changed their game plan a little bit, looking for the long pass to the middle, to their forwards in the front. Hamdi Morki,
and it looks like we got
the one for the goal this time.
It looks like we got a hands call. Going to wait on that from possibly Brian Perea, the captain. I saw about 4 or 5 orange jerseys go up in succession. Hands all the way up here in the press box as the Tropics regain control of the ball. Looks to see if they can get it past midfield as they try and set up their offense, kick it back to the goalie, Jonathan Valero, so he can set up the offense. We've got a goal kick coming out, passes it to midfield. Champions regain it. Champions looking to stay on that side of the Tropics fields. We look to Brian Perea, the captain, fighting on very hard on the sideline, gets pushed down from the Tropics defender. It looks like that was Victor Rojas fighting with the team captain very hard. And the Champions regain the ball. Long kick over to Captain Brian Perea. Kicks it towards the middle, regained by the Tropics as they look to dribble out of the traffic there. Champions regain the ball. Tropics now on the move, crossing midfield. Long pass, trying to find someone in the corner, but it's not going to do anything because goalkeeper Mahida Taib right there on the play, stopping any type of forward motion for the Lakeland Tropics. Once again, the Champions have control of the ball here at midfield. We're seeing a little bit of dribbling action right now coming down as Abadabla
trying to hold on right now as FC Miami has definitely dominated the possession control.
They have so much so. As we look at Hazma trying to fight between, looking towards the middle. Ball is kicked towards the middle. Solis trying to find the header. He didn't get it. Ethan Solis did not get it. It looks like it is now controlled once again by the Tropics as they look to pass midfield to stay a little bit, play a little offense this game, huh? Little offense from the Tropics. We've seen maybe about 2 or 3 shots on goal. Don't have the official statistics in front of me, but not very high-powered from the offensive side of things.
Possibly playing the waiting game, but they might not want to play that game too long.
4 shots on goal from the Tropics, the official number. Not a very high number from them. As the Champions take control on their side of the field, looks to pass in.
FC Miami City with 9 shots on goal compared to the Tropics 4 shots on goal. So definitely the attacking team so far is your Miami FC.
We expected that. We spoke about it in the pregame show. We wanted to see it. Abadallah with the control in the corner, dribbling between a defender, looking to get out of the corner, passes back to Captain Brian Perea. Perea with the dribble, looking for a shot on goal. He does, and it is just wide. And it did not look like it was going to get anywhere with that, Christian. As soon as that ball left his foot, the wind took it and said, "See ya," and pushed it right out to the side. We await the goal kick from Jonathan Valero.
FC Miami City looking to get Morky more involved in the game as Muhammad Karuma has taken a little bit of a back seat, but expect big things still.
No substitutions yet in this first game here in this first half between the Tropics and the Champions. A long ball kicked out. It looks like the Tropics will jump back on that and recover as they're going to be coming that way. We're just waiting Jonathan Filero to come back out.
Coming up on the 38th minute with the goal kick to number 2.
And it looks like the Champions are going to remain control of this as it goes back out of bounds. We're awaiting the inbounds toss from Solis, our man.
Number 2, Jake Vanderloot for the Tropics.
Ethan Solis passes the ball inside. Hervé Bontemilla kicks it back.
Bontemilla definitely making his mark on the game.
Kevin Wharton gets ready to set up the offense. Long ball kick to Kevin Wharton. Brian Perea, the captain, on his horse to catch it in the corner. Perea, and it is out of bounds, defended
FC Miami City
by the Tropics.
The Champions, nicknamed the Champions, looking like nothing less than champions right now.
They definitely are. As we look for Hazmati to get the ball, finds Ethan Sonis again, crosses it, and there's no one there to receive it. Hazmati tries to save it, brings it back in, playing that corner game well again. Let's see if they run the give and go to that side with Muhammad, which they tried to do. Did not work. Muhammad again brings it out to about the 20-yard line. Long cross kick over to Ethan Sonis, over his head, sails far right of him. He could not recover. It's going to be the Tropics ball. We await the goal kick of Jonathan Valerio. Chris, again, I think all they did was they moved that give and go play from this side of the field to the far side of the field on our side.
With what works right now, they're just looking for the right angle for it to get in
for
the
it to
goal.
work, and that's what they're trying to do. That give and go from the corner between Sonis and Muhammad. Let's take it to the other side, and we have a far shot from the Tropics looking to score, and it is thwarted again. They almost had a shot on goal there, but the defense of the Champions was a little too strong in that way. Brian Perea fighting hard along the sidelines with Victor Pareas, excuse me.
So far, FC Miami City definitely on the attack all game, but do not leave their defense out. So far, they are playing great defense, headed by Batamia.
Salgado on the other side for the Tropics tries to turn, and it looks like it's going to stay the Tropics ball here. Cau Salgado with the toss in for the Tropics as everyone bunches up to that side of the corner on the far side of the field. Nice header there from Kevin Kofic to clear it.
The Champions not breaking, not bending whatsoever. Let's see if they can keep this up all game.
And there was a shot on goal, but it was high, way high, as we await the goal kick coming out of Mehdi Taib. Brian Perea, the captain, brings it up along the sideline, looking towards the defender, looking to pass, decides to back off a little bit, set up his offense. Brian Perea still dribbling with the long ball, trying to catch someone, and he may have him. He caught him shot with Muhammad.
Oh, it's going to just out of reach. Knocked out
of bounds. It was
and
a
it's
beautiful
going to be a corner kick for FC Miami City.
Yes. 60% of the time, it works. That was great by the PA. Corner kick coming up for the Champions. It looked like for a second Muhammad was going to take the corner kick, but I see Ethan. I see Ethan Sonis dribbling over there. Maybe not. And it's crossed over right now, looking for a header.
Knocked out by the Tropics goalie.
3 players go up. It looks like the goalie who went up got the recipient of the players all jumping in the air. Jonathan Valero on the ground right now, grabbing his lower back. We'll have to see. We had 2 Champions players look like they hit each other, but maybe they actually just made a Jonathan sandwich.
Jonathan Valerio sandwich right there.
That's what happened. The Jonathan Valerio
He's up, directing
sandwich.
His players, anticipating the corner kick by the Champions. And it's across to the middle, low and steady. Ethan Sonis to the middle again. Oh, headed out by the Champions. It's going to be another goal kick by the Tropics.
Well, wait, the goal kick has been called off. It's going to be a corner kick now, and it's going to be Ethan Sonis with the second corner kick of the game for the Champions as they prepare to see if he can bend it like Christian Barr. I want to say congratulations, Christian Barr, again. There was a kick. Christian Barr graduated today from the Miami Media School. Tropics were able to thwart the goal kick as the ball gets kicked out back to midfield. Batamia kicks it over to Kevin Kofic. Get the offense set up. Ethan Sonis on the header. It looks like there's a Tropics player down on the header from Ethan Sonis. When Ethan Sonis went up, his left leg might have caught him right in his chest. The defender for the Tropics is still on the ground. And it looks like that could be Captain Ricardo Dieguez. I couldn't get the number. It's either Ricardo or 2. Oh, nope, that's not Ricardo Dieguez. That's Jake Vanderloot, the player who got caught up in the Ethan Sonis header as the ball's kicked back out. And the goalie comes way out. Taib comes way out to get that ball, to get the offense set up.
There, but not napping for any reason, but his team has definitely got his back right now. Playing great defense, attacking on offense. They are just all over the field. Looking like too much for the Tropics right now.
The ball's dribbled through. Tropics now looking to cross midfield. They stay behind. Tropics finally cross midfield, being controlled by Pedro Ivo Dias. Pedro Ivo Dias passes along to Victor Paredes. And
but it looks like we have an offside on the Tropics.
Offside on the Tropics. I think that's going to go against the captain, Ricardo Dieguez. who brought that out. So as we await the goal kick from Midi Taib, coming up to almost the end of the first half, the score still 0-0. I have to say, offensively, it looks like this match has been controlled by the champions, as we've spent much more time on that side of the field, because I can feel it in my neck because I keep having to look down there. Evan Solis with the control at midfield. He dribbles, passes it to Captain Brian Perea. Perea dribbles around the defender.
With a nice move.
Goes up the sideline.
His feet right there.
He did.
Possibly leaving his cleat back there on the field.
He did dribble him out of his jock strap, didn't he? It was not good. As we look, it's going to be Lakeland Tropics ball. Champions thought it was theirs and pulled it in. He's fighting with him right now. It looks like Marchand is not very happy. He figured it should have been the champions ball. The referee hands it over to the Tropics. Jake Vanderloot on the pass in right now. Tropics looking to control it with this last minute.
No surprise here.
No surprise.
Champions ball.
Kevin Ward looking once again. Evan Solis,
the facilitator.
Evan Solis with the shot.
With a little butt block there.
Out of bounds there.
By center back Victor Rojas.
We are at the 45-minute mark of the first half as we await any overages for this game, but we are waiting for the official call. Yeah, we're waiting. Ball is passed in for the champions. They look to bring it in, fighting in front of the goal. And there is the whistle for the first half. The score 0-0 here at Tropical Park Stadium as they head to the locker room. No big injuries, no substitutions first half. Christian, I have to say, from what we saw, Muhammad was exactly who we thought he was going to be, aggressive in their play. Him and Evan Solis working a give and go in the corner, looking to see if they were going to get that cross.
Absolutely, but not just him. Hamdi Morki, Brian Perea, they're all attacking. It seems like all of these players are trying to join in on Momo's fun.
It was something to be held. Make sure you go up to FC Miami City's Twitter at FC Miami City to see replays from any shots on goal that we saw. Any definite plays, you can head over to their Twitter at FC Miami City.
Absolutely.
Again, I'm Brad Johnson, being joined by Christian Barr.
Unofficially.
Hola, somos los Peachy Boys de Mix 98.3 de La Gozadera y estamos aquí en el Miami Media School.
Estamos aquí y esta escuela está espectacular. Se la recomiendo 100%. Esto está buenísimo, tiene muchas cosas. Te enseñan a trabajar con las cámaras, te enseñan a producir, te enseñan a hacer tu propio show de radio. Esto está espectacular. Si nosotros hubiésemos tenido una escuela así como esta, vaya, hubiera sido tremenda ayuda para cuando empezamos.
No, déjame explicarte. Si nosotros cuando empezamos a hacer Peachy Films, allá en el 2007, tuviéramos las herramientas que hay en el Miami Media School, James Cameron y Steven Spielberg, eso al seguro, juégatela. Así que nada, te recomendamos Miami Media School porque la vas a pasar bien y te vas a rodear de personas que tienen tu misma pasión, que les gustan las cosas que hacen, les gusta lo que tú haces. Así que nada, vaya, esto tenía que existir en el 2007, Michael. ¿Dónde estábamos nosotros?
Recomendado 100%.
My family had an NBC license from Cuba that was taken from our family in 1959 in the Castro Revolution. And all these years later, at the age of 50, I'm given an opportunity to apply for a radio license. Then I come, see the Miami Media School advertisements, and I said, well, maybe I'll empower myself to winning by signing up for the course. So I did. And all of a sudden, man, I'm in the computer, looking at my regular emails, boom, FCC permit, 94.5 FM, 100 watt, low power radio. Oh my God, you'll be the first alumni, Miami Media School alumnus, that actually built a station from ground up. And I just couldn't believe it. I go, oh my God, I really did will myself. Now I'm the proud franchisee of WSQF Blink Radio, where you blink once I said it, blink twice, you missed it.
Do you love sports and broadcasting and always wanted to be a part of a big sports show? This is your opportunity. Join Miami Media School's brand new sports broadcasting program. Within 6 months, you learn how to write, produce, and call games with our exclusive partner, FC Miami City. Kickoff the sports broadcasting program with us, and you can be the one who brings these emotions to the sports fans.
Hi, I'm Justin Clark, recent graduate of Miami Media School. I came to the school over a year ago with just a love for movies, but I left with so much more. I am now a board operator for Intercom Media. I work at 104.3 The Shark, where I get to work inside the radio industry. I also have an online podcast where I'm doing through here at the school, where I get to talk about my favorite passion, which is movies. You can learn so much here at Miami Media School in such a short amount of time, which is what I did. In less than a year, I picked up so many skills from audio editing to video editing. I am so happy that I made that decision.
Chemical drawn you to me. Here I go, swimming in the deep, sweet on that time. Euphoria, it's a chemical release when I got you here with me. Nothing but you and me in the sky. Stars getting jealous of how bright we shine. No, I'm not coming down, no, I'm not coming down.
I love Miami Media School because they have hands-on training and experience right for you. I love this school.
Me encanta Miami Media School porque aquí puedo aprender acerca de broadcasting.
So I love Miami Media School because you actually get hands-on experiential knowledge.
I love Miami Media School because Miami Media School has opened up a ton of avenues for me. Avenues meaning opportunity that I thought I would never have.
Me encanta la escuela Miami Media School, ya que he aprendido bastante en esta escuela.
I love Miami Media School because I get hands-on learning with people that are in the field.
I love Miami Media School because it allows you to be whatever you want to be.
I love Miami Media School because I get to pursue my dream 24/7, 365.
Yeah!
Came to our attention that medias are very important for the club and for the image of the club, but on top of that for the players themselves, we decided to partner with the Miami Media School. So thanks to that partnership, Miami Media School will cover videos, documentaries, but also the live games on YouTube. It was something very essential for the club to have a professional organization taking care of the media. And that's why we decided to partner with the Miami Media School. So last weekend we had a special event for the players. We have been doing a photo shoot for the players for the past 2 years. So last year we've done that. It was not well organized because it was doing on an amateur way, let's say. And this season we decided to do that with our new partner Miami Media School. So we came to the school, we had the players here at the school. So on one hand, we've done the photo shoot with Danny, our photographer, and then we had our partner on the spot barbershop who took care of the players. So they cut the hair, the beard. That way, it was important for the players to have a good looking for the interviews, video interviews. And we had a few drops done for the radio that you have in school. And let me tell you that all the players are really, really happy and very excited about the opportunity that they had last week. And for us, it was very important to as well, be associated to this kind of event. I'm super excited. Every season is different because every time we start from scratch, we have to hire new players. We have a brand new staff this season, coaching staff. We have people who came just to reinforce the team. We try to balance between former players, returning players, and new players, rookies. It's a very exciting season, upcoming season, and I'm pretty excited about it.
Oui, j'attends que ça, la compétition, la compétition, la compétition.
I'm really excited because I think we have a really, really good team and we're looking forward to be champions this year.
Complètement, j'attends que ça. Yeah, it's very excited. It's my second year, so I'm looking forward to going farther than last year and improving everything that we missed on last year.
Cada temporada es algo nuevo y uno quiere siempre dar lo mejor de sí.
Oui, j'attends que ça et on espère faire une bonne saison.
Super eccitato e credo che oltre che eccitato voglio dire che sono molto ambizioso perché stiamo lavorando bene, stiamo lavorando con tutta l'intensità necessaria per esprimerci al meglio. Chiaro che nel calcio non c'è nessuna regola che ti fa arrivare prima, ancora prima di iniziare, ma credo che abbiamo comunque le carte in regola per riuscire a giocarcela.
Oui, bien sûr. C'est un nouveau championnat pour nous. On vient de France et j'ai vraiment envie de débuter cette saison et espérer gagner ce championnat.
I am excited. I think we have a good season ahead of us and it should be a good season.
Yeah, of course, because we have been working really hard and with the coaches and the staff. We had some great guests from France to help us.
Estoy emocionado porque sé que podemos llegar a ser campeones.
I'm very excited and it will be a good season for us.
Sí, muy emocionado. Es una nueva experiencia para mí y pues con toda.
Yes, I am really looking forward to the season. We only have 12 days to get ready and it should be a fun one.
Extremely excited and grateful for the opportunity, and hopefully we can get things going on the right direction this year.
Back here to Tropical Field Stadium here in lovely Miami, Florida. Brad Johnson, Christian Barr, as we get ready to start the second half of the FC Miami City Champions against the Lakeland Tropics. I got to ask you, what we saw in the first half, three shots on goal by the Tropics. Not a big offensive output by those guys.
Not at all. Honestly, FC Miami City is controlling this game from top to bottom. Offensively attacking, defensively just shutting them out, honestly. Like those shots on goal were, I don't want to say lucky, but they definitely got some breaks on those runs.
There were 3 corner kicks by the home team versus 1 against the Tropics. And when you look at that, the corner offense and the way the champions have set up, that's kind of what their offense is. They work that give and go between Muhammad and Sonis in order to make that work. And when that happens, you are able to actually see what they want to do. And so that comes out in what we'll see. The next 45 minutes, I don't know what to expect from the Tropics. I don't know if they're going to get a big rah-rah speech. Again, we spoke with Coach Owen. This is the first time that this team on this field has ever played together against another team. So, you know, if we see a bigger offensive firepower out of the champions, they should come out second half.
Absolutely. The champions looking like the big bad wolf right now, huffing and puffing on those doors. They're coming for those little piggies right now, and I expect them to score the opening goal for sure.
Stay tuned. Make sure you go to fcmiamicity.com or on Twitter at fcmiamicity. We'll be right back for the kickoff of the second half.
Hola, somos los Peachy Boys de Mix 98.3 de La Gozadera y estamos aquí en el Miami Media School.
Estamos aquí y esta escuela está espectacular. Se la recomiendo 100%. Esto está buenísimo, tiene muchas cosas. Te enseñan a trabajar con las cámaras, te enseñan a producir, te enseñan a hacer tu propio show de radio. Esto está espectacular. Si nosotros hubiésemos tenido una escuela así como esta, vaya, hubiera sido tremenda ayuda para cuando empezamos.
No, déjame explicarte. Si nosotros cuando empezamos a hacer Peachy Films, allá en el 2007, tuviéramos las herramientas que hay en el Miami Media School, James Cameron y Steven Spielberg, eso al seguro, juégatela. Así que nada, te recomendamos Miami Media School porque la vas a pasar bien y te vas a rodear de personas que tienen tu misma pasión, que les gustan las cosas que hacen, les gusta lo que tú haces. Así que nada, vaya, esto tenía que existir en el 2007, Michael. ¿Dónde estábamos nosotros?
Recomendado 100%.
I love Miami Media School because they have hands-on training and experience right for you. I love this school.
Me encanta Miami Media School porque aquí puedo aprender acerca de broadcasting.
So I love Miami Media School because you actually get hands-on experiential knowledge.
I love Miami Media School because Miami Media School has opened up a ton of avenues for me. Avenues meaning opportunity that I thought I would never have.
Me encanta la escuela Miami Media School, ya que he aprendido bastante en esta escuela.
I love Miami Media School because I get hands-on learning with people that are in the field.
I love Miami Media School because it allows you to be whatever you want to be.
I love Miami Media School because I get to pursue my dream 24/7, 365.
Yeah!
From Tropic Field here in Miami, Florida, as we get you ready to get kicked off for the second half of the first home game of the FC Miami City Champions versus the Lakeland Tropics. First half went just like we kind of thought and drew up in the pregame. It's 0-0, but there were more shots on goal from FC Miami City versus the Lakeland Tropics. We look to have the first half duplicate itself at least for FC Miami City, maybe with a little bit more firepower as this sense of urgency will come towards the latter part of the second half.
Absolutely. FC Miami City is just dominating the field right now. Expect them to make a few minor tweaks. The Tropics definitely have to do something much different in this half to stay in this game, or we could see FC Miami continue to dominate and finish this game out quick.
We look for the same lineup starting off. We have not gotten any word of any substitutions. Like I said, there were no injuries in the first half to speak of. So it looks like that lineup for FC Miami City looks about the same. But as I look over the field to the Tropics, it looks like a little different lineup from what I'm looking at. Did not get that official score change, but I see a couple guys that weren't on the field first half.
Definitely the right side of the field. Surprise, or no surprise, they want to focus on the forwards and stop Momo Karuma.
Yeah, it's looking good. It's looking good. We get set for the kickoff to drop, and it looks like the Tropics will be handling that as soon as we hear the whistle. And we have kickoff of the second half right now live from Tropic Stadium.
Ball controlled by the Tropics right now on the right side to those newly added players. They look to get them involved early and often.
when you look at their offensive set that they're doing, running a 4-3-2 set, it just, to me, it did not work. But they also didn't get a lot of opportunity to run their offense. So we'll look to see what they can do this half as they have control of it now and looking to stay on this side of the field a lot more. There was an injury that came. It looks like number 10, Victor Paredes, collided with one of the Champions players.
Clutching that right ankle. That is number 21.
Jonathan Parpe is the injured player for FC Miami City, as he jogs off gingerly, getting prepared for a free kick coming up from FC Miami City. And
FC Miami City looking to have the same attitude as the first half, and they are looking good so far.
They are that. As they look towards keeping the goal, coming here as they dribble between two. Evan Solis comes in, takes a quick corner. Habiabi tries a shot on goal, and he does! And there was a shot on goal by Habiabi. Naeem Hamdi has the goal, waiting for the official mark, and it looks like we are getting it now. Naeem Hamdi with the official goal.
It looked like a deflection to him. And the left lower third of the goal kicks that one in there just past the goalie.
That goal coming within the first opening seconds. Naeem Hamdi coming out with that goal first couple of seconds of the second half. And I hate to say that we told you so, but we told you so.
Absolutely. They were knocking on that door, and it was just a matter of time before that door broke down.
Just a matter of time, and here we have it. That goal coming in about the 47th minute of the second half. That's the way you start a second half. If you are the home team, you let them know we're here to close this game out early, and that's what we're here to do as the defenders clear out the ball.
Welcome to the PDL Tropics. You are facing the champions.
You are facing the champions. Again, last year they placed third in the Southeast Division and went to the playoffs, and this is one heck of a way to get the game started back again. Kevin Wharton dribbles down, kicks it out of bounds. It's going to be Tropics ball as Victor Paredes passes the ball in. Header back to Paredes. Paredes between two defenders. Dribbles to Pedro Ivo Diaz. Ivo Diaz being followed heavily by Hamdi. Ramzi Torre is going to be cleared out. It looks like there may have been a call there between Pedro Ivo Diaz.
And no surprise, Bantomanelia with the stop.
Pedro Diaz getting ready for the free kick as we await the defense to set themselves up. Victor Paredes gets set for the free kick. The ball is off. It looks to go in, and it is wide right of the goal. It looks like Ramzi Torre was trying to take an assist and get the header, but it did not work. Nope. There is going to be a replay of the goal. Make sure you get over to FC Miami City. His Twitter handle at FC Miami City. Solis comes in. Play is stopped really quickly as there is an out of bounds. One thing I like about watching a lot of these developmental games is the younger leagues and the younger team members of these leagues come here and work out. As I look on the far side of the field, they're doing push-ups with the bar on the side of the fence. I don't know what that's about, but that looks hard.
Yeah, group sit-ups I see.
Group sit-ups as we await the free kick from the Tropics. The champions line up on defense as we wait a free kick on the far side of the field. The ball is off, kicked, crossover, Players in the air, header defended, another header. It looks like the Tropics were defending there. Make sure you get over to Twitter. It's at FC Miami City where the replay, and you can see the fans' reaction from the very first goal of the year scored here at Tropical Field from FC Miami City. All I can say is it was on fire. Ball is at midfield being defended by the Tropics. Evan Cerise gets the ball back.
And
Brian
the champions
Perea.
look to keep that fire going, and they are ablaze right now with no surprise. They are dominating the possession of this half as well.
Brian Perea defending. Comes back out. Tropics with the long ball. Kevin Wharton on the header to bring it back out almost to midfield. Champions in possession as they dribble up the field, trying to get the ball through. Brian Perea up the sideline. Team captain looking to cross the ball over. He surveys the field, dribbles between two. Muhammad takes it over. They're now in the corner. Kevin Wharton with the cross, and it's a quick save from Jonathan Valiero. Jonathan Valiero, very active in the net today for the Lakeland Tropics. Lakeland Tropics bring the ball up as they dribble up the sidelines there. Now they're looking to cross across the field. Toure gets the ball, kicks it back to his goalie. Jonathan Valiero kicks a long ball halfway across midfield. Tropics try to take control. They maintain control. They dribble up half field. Long ball down the sideline. The Tropics trying to recover. They do. They keep the ball in bounds as well as hold retain possession as they cross back over to Latoure. Latoure to the middle of the field. Loses the ball. Latoure comes back up with it right at midfield. Tropics dribbling the ball, keep it right and steady at midfield with the defender. Player is tripped up there by the defenders. Rame Torre kicks it back out to his goalie. There was a little bit of fight right there. I don't know. I would have fallen on top of that ball. That goalie of theirs, Jonathan Valerio, playing very, very cavalier with the ball that time. Christian, what about you, my friend? Would you do that? I might fall on it. I don't know. I've always heard there's always a reason goalkeepers are goalkeepers.
Yeah.
And he slides down. Jonathan Valerio slides down to take control. Tropics once again right at midfield, trying to dribble across, looking to cross the ball across the field. Tropics still in control, right at midfield, loses the ball to Muhammad. Ramsey Torre kicks it back to Jonathan Valero as they try to set up their offense. It looks like the past couple of minutes are a replay of the first half. The ball staying down on this side of the field for the Tropics. Ball kicked right back to the goalkeeper as he tries to set up their offense with a long kick out.
The Tropics just trying to slow down the champions right now, but I just don't see it happening.
It does not. We're looking at Caui Salgado, who looks to pass the ball in. Salgado with the ball, passes it in. Tropics now on the move, defended once again heavily by the champions. Muhammad pings the ball up midfield, passes, quick give and go to Muhammad up the sidelines. Muhammad, and it is almost knocked out of bounds by Muhammad, but the champions retain as he brings the ball in. That was a beautiful give and go move, Christian. It's exactly what I was talking about, where they give the ball first, he scoots back up for the assist, and you saw the speed of Muhammad as he went up the sideline.
Absolutely, looking to get the ball back to their superstar. He wants a goal. He can smell it. He can smell what the Rock is cooking, and he smells a goal right now.
Well, here's the thing. Again, Muhammad, the leading goal getter last season with 12 goals, runner-up to Player of the Year, and he's looking for his first. What's that meme? You can't be number one if you don't score it. As we await now, I got the memes in my head.
Yeah.
As we await the inbounds play, ball is towards the middle of the goal. Muhammad fighting through two defenders, shot wide of the goal. Muhammad shoots wide of the goal. It is going to be the Lakeland Tropics in possession. Jonathan Valerio, the goalie, with the goal kick as we await his kick now. We'll see kicking into the wind if his leg is as strong as it was in the first half.
And they definitely need to get it out of the zone here. The champions just relentless. They want more and more goals, and they look to get them.
He's got a strong leg, about 60 yards plus on that. But again, FC Miami City retains possession. Captain Brian Pereira on a beautiful give and go. Assist, it's crossed over. Looking to see Evan Solis on the other side of the field, tries to retain possession, keeps it in bounds, dribbles past the defender, passes it right back outside. Abdallah gives up the ball to the Tropics. The Tropics
possibly the run here.
They're on the move. They're on the move, going the other side. And
just out of reach. The Tropics just can't seem to get on the same page here.
Yeah, but you know what? I look at Victor Perez. He was trying to catch up to that pass in that corner, and he gave up after 2 steps. I'm sorry. You got to keep going. You can't just go 2 steps and stop. You never know what happens with that ball. They're playing on a turf that you and I both went down and set on. You never know. That ball could get caught into something, and if it does, you got to be there to retain it. We get ready to set up.
Perhaps the effort of the champions just is what they need. The slight advantage that they need is the effort.
Salgado starts off but loses the ball to Muhammad. Muhammad with the long pass. Salgado stops it. It goes out of bounds. Champions will retain possession as they get ready to toss it in. Abdallah kicks it back to Kevin Kofic. Kofic looks to pass over as they set up the offense. Kevin Kofic passes his team captain, Brian Cray. Brian Cray on another give and go. Feels that there should have been a call because he was wide open on the sideline. They keep running that give and go play. It looks like the Tropic defenders, especially Salgado on that, knew what was going on, got in the way of the pass, so it could be deflected.
Perhaps the Tropics catching on to their game plan a little bit. Let's see if they can capitalize and score a goal of their own.
And we'll wait to see if that happens. It is FC Miami City ball as Ethan Sonis brings it in. There's Brian Perret. Looks for it. Brian Perret got it in the corner, and it is kicked out of bounds by the Tropics. It's going to be Champions ball towards the high corner of the close side of the field. Brian Perret, team captain, passes it back. Brian Perret working against the defender. Beautiful move by team captain as he shoots it inside.
Left his ankles back there. You might want to go pick those up.
Yeah, I would. I would be looking for him. As we see the ball stay on this side of the field.
Maintaining possession for the champions.
We see that. Muhammad now with the chance in the corner. Let's see him go to work here in the corner against the defender. Jukes him out of his jockstrap, and he's tripped right on the end. And the crowd and the sideline are furious as they feel like there should be some kind of call. The whole stands were on their feet there. The whole team was upset.
Thought we might have seen a penalty, our first penalty kick of the season right there. But to their disappointment, no go by the ref.
As we await the inbounds pass, it's crossed over right in front of the goal. The defenders move it out with a header. Kevin Kofic controls it, loses it. Tropics now have the ball as they try and defend to get out on the other side of the field. They look to dribble between defenders as they head towards midfield for the first time. Long kick thwarted, though, by the champions as they retain possession at midfield.
The champions just not giving up. They are hungry, and they want one thing for dinner, and that's gold, baby.
That's it. That's it. Kevin Kofic again setting up the offense. And at this point of the game, we're coming close to the 60-minute mark. Score is 1-0, scored by Naeem Hamdi. As we look right now at this team and what they can do offensively. We've got another corner. He's rushing to the goal, and he missed the ball. Muhammad overran the pass. Ethan Solis saves it.
Perhaps a bit too anxious right there.
Ethan Solis really saves it, crosses it over, and they've got an open shot. I'm telling you, Muhammad had an open. Muhammad had an open lane on that, and he overran the ball on that play. What do the kids say? He shot his shot. Another give and go move by Muhammad and Batamania on that time. Batamia and Muhammad tried to set it up in the corner on the far side of the field, and they were unable to do it, thwarted by the defender. He shot his shot, Chris. He shot his shot.
Absolutely. Coming up on the 61st minute here. All champions, all game, all good. They are ready. Good start to the season here for the champions.
Ball is out of bounds. We're waiting for the inbounds play. As we get it, Salgado handles the inbounds pass, loses it. Champions ball as we await the free kick that they get off of this. It's a quick little easy entry pass. Kicked back over to Kevin Kofic as he gets ready to set up the offense at midfield. Quick entry pass goes in to Pepe. And it looks like the team captain, Brian Perea, was tripped up, laying on the sidelines. His hands are over his face. I don't know if it's because he's upset that he had such an open move or he's hurt. As we await the referees who come over, he's leaning over right now, grabbing his lower back. There was apparently, it looks like there might have been a cleat that stepped on his back. The trainers are attending to him now. I can't see the extent of the injury from the press box, but he is having antiseptic spray sprayed on him right now as we speak. There is going to be a small stoppage as the trainer is administrating the thing. Remember, you can go to fcmiamicity.com and follow them on Twitter at fcmiamicity in order to see any replays and updates from the games as well as goals being scored. We are in the 62nd minute of the first game live from Tropical Park here in Miami, Florida. The game is 1-0 FC Miami City over the Tropics. 1-0. Brian Perea, team captain, gets up holding his lower back after he was administered medical assistance from the trainer, waiting to see what the outcome of that's going to be as he stands on the sidelines, not sure, waiting for official word on his outcome.
And if you missed that goal earlier by Naeem Hamdi, go to @MiamiFCity on Twitter to check out that replay.
Naeem Hamdi scoring the first goal of the season for FC Miami City. Ball is at midfield. The Tropics have possession.
Ball crossed to the middle. Oh, just out of reach by the Tropics and just out of reach of the goalie for FC Miami City.
That might have been the first time we've seen Tahid
under some pressure.
Some pressure. He actually came out of the box. Usually most of his saves are right on him, but we saw him having to reach far for that. Long ball.
Perhaps some life shown by the Tropics here.
And it may have an offsides call here. Waiting to hear. And we do, as we await the Tropics to reset their offense. Pedro Ivo Diaz brings the ball up. Short passes as he dribbles through a couple defenders. Ball is out of bounds. It's going to be recovered by the champions as they look to pass the ball in. Quick pass into Muhammad. Muhammad tries to dribble around, finds him. Mohamdi comes around, fighting for the ball in a deeply contested, and they stop the play on that. It looked like Mohamdi was in a battle.
A little bit of a scrum right there. I like that.
That's what I like to see.
Getting physical out there.
Latori passes it back to the goal. Keep brings it back out. It's a save. He dribbles around. Could be shot on goal. And there is not, as Muhammad tries to. Muhammad keeps it. Is in the corner. Tries to set up for the truss. And it is thwarted. Muhammad again comes up with the ball in the corner. Tries to set it up one more time. Cross over. It's shot again. And the ball is shot out of the box by the Tropics. A great segment right there from the champions.
That was quite some effort there by Jonathan Valerio. Would not let the Tropics go down 2-0.
What I like about Jonathan Valerio there is he did not get too far out of the box. He stayed there. Sometimes you'll see keeps come out and commit because they see so much action. He decided to stay home, Christian, and that seemed to work well for them. As well as the Tropics defense on that, you got to give them kudos because there were 3 or 4 great scoring opportunities there.
Absolutely. He definitely had to make up for it. There was a bit of a miss kick, maybe kicked the ball off the side of his foot or something, kicked it right to FC Miami City, and he made the best of that opportunity and definitely kept FC Miami City out of the goal.
You got to be happy with that. You got to be happy with that. As we await the goal kick from Jonathan Valero as he clears midfield. That man has a leg on him, as I said earlier in this game. Brian Perea, the team captain, back in the game, doing great things. His injury, we saw a little bit earlier.
He seems to be okay.
He seems to be okay. Kevin Kofic setting up the offense. Over to Jonathan Parpay. Parpay over to Brian Perea. On the give and go, Perea coming around the corner.
Looking across to the middle of the field.
Dribbling between 2 defenders, gets him back out, looks to find him, still has another defender.
Some fancy footwork, holding 2 Tropic defenders off.
Finds Jonathan Perea. Jonathan Perea is caught up in his shin. No call is made as Tahid comes far out of the box to recover the ball.
21, Jonathan Parpay hitting the ground real hard that time.
Jonathan Parpay still on the ground as play resumes on the other side of the field. Abadallah brings up the ball.
A little bit of a limp as he walks away.
He gets up, I think, more out of injury. He was probably upset that that happened right in front of the referee and nothing was done. When you look at that situation, you lay on the ground because you're in disbelief. Jonathan Perea on the sideline, dribbles back to Evan Solik. Perea comes out.
Batamania controlling the middle of the field all game, and he seems to do that for the rest of the game.
Kevin Wharton sets up the pass to Kevin Kofic as they get ready to set up their offense, staying on that side of the field, wondering if they're going to clear this out as they've got 3 or 4 defenders now in front of them. And it looks like they tried to clear it out now.
We got a free kick here by the champions.
Yep,
we await the right side of the field.
We await
Jonathan
the free
Parpay
kick.
Signaling to kick it all the way down the field. And we have, down goes champion.
Brian Perea on the corner looks for a quick pass to Hamdia. Hamdia dribbling past in that corner, trying to find a way to get it crossed over in front of the goal. We had 2 champions players in front of the goal, but he couldn't get past the defense to cross that over. Naeem Hamdi, of course, as we know, the lone goal scorer of the game, had an opportune moment as we get ready for a corner kick for the champions. As we await the corner kick, the defense sets up. Benzakor is in the game now in front of the goal. Benzakor looking to hop up, and it is kicked out of the box. Excuse me, there was a header out of the box as it's kicked back out to Kevin Wharton. He dribbles around to set back out of the offense. Long kick to the corner to Brian Perea. Thwarted. Evan Solis now with the ball in the corner. Comes up, finds Perea. Perea with the header out as the Tropics look to reset their offense.
Perea very active in this half. Not saying he wasn't in the first half, but he's definitely making his mark on this second half.
He is, and you know what you're trying to do now is if you are the champions, you're trying to manage your time. We're in the 70th minute of the game. You're trying to manage it. You've got about 20 more minutes depending on the overage. What you want to do is make sure you don't give them any opportunities. No goal kicks, no free kicks.
You don't want to take your foot off the gas.
No penalty kicks. This is what you do now. You manage the game, and you want to keep the ball off this side of the champions field as possible. Champions regain control of the ball. Evan Cerise up the sidelines. Back now to Kevin Kofic. Kevin Kofic looks to set up the offense. Heads back to Evan Cerise. Ethan Sonis now looking to pass the ball in. Ethan Sonis passes the ball in now. It's under play. Abadallah kicks it back out to Kevin Wharton. Kevin Wharton over to the side, looking to bring the ball in. Jonathan Parpay, again, the recipient of another kick. Kevin Wharton now dribbling, looking to set it up, dribbles between two defenders, kicks it back out to Kevin Kofick. Kevin Kofick up the sideline, finds...
Looking to cross to the middle. He sees Hamdi. Quick, fancy footwork there.
Nice cross to Hamdi. Hamdi looks to curl it out.
And it goes out, waiting to see who it's out on.
Hamza tried to clear that ball out and tried to turn it around. Signs a nice little bicycle kick, but he couldn't get it through as we await the goal kick of Jonathan Valiero. This game has been very exciting in the corners. A lot of corner play as Brian Perea takes the ball off his chest. Ball is at midfield. Champions trying to recover. They do. As we look at Brian Pena up the sideline, waiting for the pass. He does not get it.
Clear shot to the middle, and
there's a shot on goal, and
it's going to be offside.
I got to say, Hamza was very aggressive going straight to the goal because he had Brian Pena streaking up the sideline unopposed, but Hamza wanted it all, and he went straight for him. Jonathan Valiero pulling out all the shots to make the stop on goal.
Goalkeeper for FC Miami City, Mehdi Taib, telling his team to slow down a little bit, calm down. We got this. Let's just not make any mistakes.
Well, you're going to have that. Again, you know, you've got a little bit of time left in the game.
You play to win the game.
Yeah, but you got to manage it. You got to manage it. So we have the...
If attack is working for you, I think that's what you got to go with for the rest of the game here.
Yeah.
Coming up on the 73rd minute, it's all champions.
As we await Ethan Sonis for the inbounds play, waiting for his offense to get together and get in position. Waiting for that offense to get in position as Ethan Sonis overlooks Brian Perea. Looks like we have a substitution, our first substitution of the game coming in. It looks like at the 73rd minute. Our first substitution, it looks like Adam Chanti, midfielder.
Nickname Adams. Adam Chati coming in the game. Looking to make his mark on this game. Also a bit of relief coming in for both teams as the sun hides behind the bleachers now. It's starting to cool down. It's getting a little windy. Let's see if they take advantage.
Well, you got to ask yourself if, you know, you're the head coach. You've got Muhammad on the sidelines. You've got Brian Perea on the sidelines. Your captain and your number one goal scorer. If I'm the other team, this is the time I'm putting my foot on the pedal.
Absolutely. Now is the time to strike for the Tropics. Let's see if they take advantage. Terrific defense all game by the champions.
As we look to see where that comes from. And it looks like we are going to get an inbounds play from Jonathan Parpay as he throws it into the corner. Let's watch this corner action from FC Miami City. Like I said, most of the action of this game has come from their corner play. Tropics take over on offense.
The Tropics right now.
Jonathan Valiero awaiting the kick. Like I said, I like this kid's leg. He's giving me 60-plus yards every time, Chris. I like it. Big leg on this kid. Clears midfield easily.
Looks like another 55-yarder.
Always. And we see unopposed offsides on that play. And I can see Hamdi's a little upset because he's like, what do you mean? That wind can definitely be tricky, especially in South Florida this time of the year.
Perhaps pushing them offsides.
They remain the goal. Midfielder substitution.
Newly added Adams with the cross to the middle, headed out by the Tropics.
Adams coming in at the 73rd minute. He's got fresh legs. Let's see what he can do. We'll follow him for a little bit from the midfielder position as he's open on the sideline, awaiting to get into the action. see if they see him. A lot of times, you know, when you get substitutions that come in, sometimes you forget that they're in the game because you've been so used to playing with somebody for, you know, an hour and a half. You forget, hey, wait a minute, I got a new guy.
Oh, you're on my team too.
You're on my team? Hey, you remember me? So that's what's going on. We finally got Adams some action as he kicks it in. Looking into the corner. Adams looking for the pass. As he goes in, there's another quick pass. Adams goes on the shot. Oh, and Adams was running unopposed to the goal, and there was a big, big slide coming in from the Lakeland Tropics player. Salgado came in and saved a goal because the midfielder had no one in his way at all. And the Tropics player may have saved the second goal of the season for FC Miami City. As we get set, play is back underway at midfield. Tropics have control. A long ball kicked. Looks like Kevin Wharton's going to be the recipient of that as he runs down to the corner to save it, to turn that back around. And he keeps it
Knocks
there.
down the corner flag. We'll see if it's a corner or out.
Well, he was looking to see if he could bait him into it. And he ran up on him. Let's see if he got it. Because he was definitely baiting him in.
Oh, and it looks to be a throw-in for the champions right at the corner.
As we look at Kevin Wharton as he passes the ball in. And it's out of bounds once again. Champions are going to retain possession.
The ball does not lie. The Tropics kick out of bounds and the champions regain control.
They regain control of the ball.
Once again, this game brought to you by Nicholas Children's Hospital, The Spot Barbershop, Bean Sports, Nike, Urban Soccer 5, EDU Sport Academy, Paris Saint-Germain, or better yet known as PSG Academy, Liga de Professional Football.
Another substitution coming in.
Oh, and
Joel.
we have a goal opportunity for the Tropics, but just wide.
Joel Ortegado coming in for FC Miami City.
Victor Rojas.
Hamza Morchi comes out of the game in the 76th minute, gives them an opportunity to catch a breath. I doubt any of these players will be going back in this game, as we're looking at about the 10 or 15 minute mark.
Surprise, no substitutions by the Tropics. No new blood, no fresh legs.
Well, again, we spoke to these guys. They're an indoor team that's been just converted to an outdoor team. They may need their legs. They may want to get as much time on the field as possible as we get prepared for a free kick coming in from the sidelines for the Tropics. Defense is lined up. Ball is crossed over. Ball's in the air. Headed out.
Hard kick to the middle.
By the champions as they head out another one. And a couple of strong headers defensively to clear this ball. Ball is cleared again by the champions as they're going up the sideline looking for the cross. They find the cross. Shot is on goal. And shot is up and is there.
For the champions.
Joel Ortegado with the shot on goal. Joel Ortegado just substituted in off of the sidelines, comes in and makes a goal. Joel Ortegado.
And don't want to be too anxious, don't want to say it too soon, but might want to cue up that song, We Are the Champions, as we come up on the 80th minute.
Awaiting the official call. But I tell you what, when you get a chance to come off the bench, you get an opportunity to shine, and that's exactly what Joel did. Joel comes in and makes a great score, running unopposed. It looks like...
And it has been all champions, all game. They are ready.
They are ready as that, as Tahib comes out of the net.
PDL Tropics.
Ball is being dribbled up by Chati. Chati comes up the corner. Chati looking unopposed. Goes through a couple of different defenders.
Like we said before, you don't want to take your foot off the gas. They might have hurt me right there. Oh, bicycle attempt right there by number 8.
Number 9, Joel Drago, again on the bicycle kick, trying to capitalize on the last goal he made. Corner action as we cross it. Champions going over the middle. Shot is on goal. Save by Jonathan Valero. Jonathan Valero had his work cut out for him as we have a Champions player down on the far side of the field. I can't make out that number just yet, but we do have someone down as he gets up to his feet, dusts the turf off, and we are ready to go.
Seems to be okay. Seemed to be looking for a call right there.
Awaiting the goal kick of Jonathan Valerio. As the ball is brought up the sideline, Kevin Kofic kicks it over to Mehdi Taib, who controls it, brings it back out to Kevin Wharton, who gets ready to set up the offense. Kevin Wharton's pass thwarted as number 19, nice slide by Kevin Wharton to save the ball. Kevin Wharton saves an unopposed kick.
Beautiful, well-timed slide right there, stopping the Tropics from a goal opportunity. Oh, and another hard slide.
Another hard slide there, but I tell you what, Kevin Wharton has been sitting back, setting up the offense as a midfielder all day, but what I saw from him as he switched to defenseman on that was amazing. Make sure you check out all these replays at FC Miami City on Twitter, as well as the goal scored by Joel Odragro. As we head into the 82nd minute, the score is FC Miami 2, Tropics 0. As we await the pass.
And it looks like we have some substitutes coming in for the Champions.
Yes, we do. Victor Perez passes the ball in. The Champions look to clear it out. And Joel Odrado passes out. We're going to have some substitutions, it appears, momentarily here for the Champions for the last few minutes of the game. Looks like we're going to be having Carlos Chacon come in as well as Yardi Suarez once that happens. So for now, Carlos Chacon, midfielder, is entering the game. As Hamdi takes a seat, remember, Naeem Hamdi scored the very first goal of the game and first goal of the season for FC Miami City as he is getting handshakes and high fives on the sidelines as well deserved.
Ethan Son is definitely controlling the ball so well for the Champions today. He was all over the field.
Yep, and if you are a part of the Tropics right now, your main focus is to attack and keep the ball on this side of the field and look for a momentary lapse of defense from this very strong Champions team. Ball is kicked high into the air. It's seen, a beautiful save by Mehdi Taib. Ball went over the wall. Taib came up and fell on top of it after the ball cleared the defensive wall, and it was another beautiful save by Taib, looking for his first shutout of the season.
The Great Wall of Taib today.
I like it. There was a nice rapper I used to like. Talib Kweli, remember?
Oh, yeah.
Got to get it. Ball is out of bounds. Tropics will take over for that as they come in. Jake Vanderloot looking for the pass. Jake Vanderloot passes the ball in. Tropics retain possession. Again, like I said, Tropics need to stay on this side of the field if they have any shot of winning this game. Defensively, though, the Champions are nice. Another nice slide save by Kevin Wharton. I am highly, highly impressed of him shutting down any type of offense the Tropics have. Carlos Chacon brings it over to Joel Obid. Joel in the corner doing footwork. Finds Carlos Chacon. Chacon shot on goal. And it is deflected by the defender. Good to see Joel Odragado and Carlos Chacon working together. Both substitutes late in the game. And another shot on goal. And Joel Odragado on his second goal of the game, deflected off of the goal post.
That makes it 3-0 champions. Cue up
Carlos-
that song, baby, because they are coming home.
Carlos Chacon had a great open shot from the corner, hits the goalpost, ball comes off of the goalpost right into Joel Obregont's leg, and he hits it in unopposed for the third goal. Beautiful score.
At Miami F City, at Miami FC, at FC Miami City for that replay.
Kickoff we have, waiting aside for the kickoff. Again, that goal coming in the 85th minute. 3-0, FC Miami City. If you ever said you got to wait until you get that player in your back pocket, today was the day. It looks like Coach was waiting for that player in his back pocket.
Yeah, they brought the coops today, for sure. They got the keys right now, the keys to success. The champions look to continue that success.
We also had a substitution. Jonathan Padgett now in the game, number 15. Jonathan Padgett coming in for Abdallah. Padgett coming in the 86th minute. As we await the final few minutes of this game, the Tropics have possession going across midfield as they work up midfield. Tropics still have possession, looking to set up offense. Long ball in the corner. Tropics working against that corner defense, trying to stay aside, but it looks like, again, they were thwarted. Adam Chanti up the sideline to Carlos Chacon. Carlos Chacon back to Adam Chanti. And Chanti can get there in time. He has a play. Finds him. Beautiful slide by Adam Chanti.
Beautiful hustle play by Chanti right there.
Chanti and Carlos Chacon trying to work the give and go action up the sideline.
Fans eager to celebrate this victory.
They really are today. They really are. As the ball is kicked out of bounds, it's going to be Champions ball. As we await Jonathan Parpay's toss in, which he does across Chacon. Carlos Chacon kicks it back out. Kevin Kofic looks to start the offense as we look at newly inserted into the game. And I don't have that. Carlos Chacon defended again heavily by the Tropics. Tropics now looking to fight towards the goal. As they do, they're thwarted again by the defense.
No surprise there. The champions defense just suffocating the Tropics all game.
Looking right now to see if we're going to have any type of overage or continuage of this game. Chacon unopposed. And the goalie comes out. There is no goalie in the box. Joel tries to get it. Chacon has another shot. Does not get it. There was no goalie in the box. Chacon collided with Jonathan Valerio. Jonathan Valerio slow to get up on his feet. You saw two defenders. I saw Ramsey Torre back there. And I tell you what, if Joel Odegrado would have had his eyes open, that would have been goal number 3 for him. The hat trick calleth, son. The hat trick calleth. Open your eyes, and that will come to you. Ball is brought in by the Tropics, controlled by the Tropics still as they dribble towards midfield. Ball is turned back over to the champions as we see Kevin Kofic getting ready to set up the offense. Offense is being set up, controlled by the champions. Champions looking in the corner, looking towards the goal, dribbling between two defenders is Mohamed Bezkansor as he makes an easy pass. Oh, beautiful pass from Mohamed.
Open look.
And open look and shot on goal. He overshoots it high.
He was looking for another 3 points, so that went through the field goal post right there.
And that does not work.
Wrong sport, kid.
That does not work. As they clear the ball, the champions looking to leave out these last couple of seconds. Again, looking to see if we have any overage time on the sideline. I don't see any type of continuance. And if this continues to stay the same, FC Miami City will go on to knock their first win of the 2017 season against the Lakeland Tropics. Joel Obidi looking for the hat trick. Looking for the hat trick. Does he get it? Oh!
Wide right.
No, he does not get the hat trick just yet. Ball is back in play. Pedro Evo Diaz brings the ball up on the sideline. Evo Diaz looking to cross the ball. Goes between two defenders. Pedro Evo Diaz again in defense as the Tropics again
big trip
looking to see if they can get a late game goal controlled by Captain Ricardo Diegas. Diegas in the corner, and we have a player down. As we have a player down from the Tropics, can't see who it is, but there was a collision there. It looks like
Juan Salgado, I believe, number 11.
That could be 18.
Victor Rojas.
Victor Rojas being attended to by trainers.
Big trip by the champions.
As everyone takes a knee, we want to remind everyone to go to fcmiamicity.com for all of your apparel. Jerseys are on sale now, and then go to lakelandtropics.com as well. Lakeland Tropics apparel is on sale for all fans of the PDL League. Lakeland Tropics will be playing against this FC Miami City team again.
And if you missed it, if you missed the action today and the goals, make sure you go to the Twitter at FC Miami City and check those out.
We are
Number 18,
awaiting.
Victor Rojas for the Tropics still down.
Yeah,
Not sure what the injury is quite just yet.
Yeah, we're waiting to see, Christian. I mean, he's getting up now to his feet, but he was down longer than anyone I've seen. Victor Rojas has played the whole game for the Tropics, waiting to see if there's going to be anyone coming in for him, but it looks like Victor Rojas will soldier on and continue this game.
Shaking his head a little bit, looking back at the champions. He didn't like that tackle.
Looks like we had a 3-minute overage. We are almost in the 93rd minute of the game. But it also could come from the injury.
Tropics goalie Jonathan Valerio.
Jonathan Valerio
rolls the ball to Ramsey Torre.
Torre dribbles it up. Looking on the sideline for the Tropics as they dribble between two champions defender. Fine midfield. Salgado gives it back up to the champions. Champions again reset, get their offense ready. Long ball comes back out. Carlos Chacon with the control.
And the champions using the fresh legs technique here late.
They are.
Capitalizing.
Carlos Chacon has two people to the side of him. Who does he go to? Looks for him. Open kick. Shots on goal. Oh!
That's an offside.
Offsides.
It goes in the net, looking to make it 4-0.
Adam Chauncey got happy feet. Didn't see the line. Nice assist from Carlos Chacon, but he got happy feet.
Coming up on the 94th minute. In extra time.
He got excited. That's what happens. Carlos Chacon.
Oh, and a big push in the back.
Carlos Chacon's jersey was grabbed, and then he was thrown to the ground by Victor Rojas. Victor Rojas grabbed his jersey as Carlos Chacon ran by him and then threw him to the turf.
Victor Rojas looking to get a little bit of revenge after that hard tackle where he flew in the air.
He is. Victor Rojas still talking, trying to figure out what's going on. Carlos Chacon runs away.
Right now. It's definitely on their faces.
Yeah, cooler heads prevail as we get prepared for this free kick as the defense lines up. Ball sails over the head of the defense. Ball is in the goal.
Oh, that's another goal for the
champions. And that is Mohamed Benzakor as the ball sailed over the wall. Mohamed caught it midair and was able to score the fourth goal of the game. Just awaiting the final say on that call.
And the crowd really coming alive, stamping their feet, clapping their hands. They love these champions' goals.
23, Mohammed Benzakor with a beautiful catch right over that wall. That, my friend, is how you play a free kick, Christian. That's how you play a free kick?
Absolutely.
That's how it's done right there.
Like a true champion.
And that will be the game. Final game. The game time is called at 95 minutes. Game ends 4-0 for the very first win for the FC Miami City Champions. I'm Brad Johnson.
I'm Christian Barr.
And remember, you can catch us all the time at the YouTube channel of FC Miami City. Follow us on Twitter at FC Miami City. You can follow me personally at B Johnson Radio on Twitter.
And follow me at Twitter at CB Sports Talk.
We look forward to catching you again the very next time the FC Miami City play. We will be looking forward again to this Saturday. Game will be at 6 p.m. this Saturday at Tropical Stadium here, so make sure you tune in and check that out. And I don't know what to say, Christian. It was total dominance.
So. We told them so.
Well, we told them that was going to happen. But remember, the Tropics fielding a team for the very first time. They've never played together as a team. They've never played outdoor ball. I'm sure they have, but this team has not. So you have to hand it to them for being able to kick that in play.
The Tropics fought very hard in the first half, but just could not maintain in the second half as the champions came with the same energy, same passion, same fire, and they wanted those goals, and they got them.
And they got it. You have to be happy with the way things have turned out and see what's going on as the team comes to the forefront and they get an opportunity to thank the crowd for what they did.
Splashing each other with water. First game of the season. They're excited. Good job, champions.
They will. Next game is against the next game we're looking at is going to be the South Florida Surf. Again, South Florida Surf coming to Tropical Stadium May 14th at 6 p.m. as that happens. And now we're going to go down to the field with Erica as she interviews our players.
Ça m'a mis en confiance, je suis content et c'est bien pour l'équipe et c'est bien parti pour la saison.
How you feeling?
Good.
You're happy?
Yeah.
That's good. Well, congratulations on the win. Thank you. I need the coach. I need the coach.
Drawn you to me, here I go, swimming in the deep, sweet on that tongue, euphoria, it's a chemical release, when I got you here with me, nothing but you and me in the sky, starts getting jealous of how bright we shine, no, I'm not coming down, no, I'm not coming down.
The second half, we made a difference, we scored a goal, and that was good for us.
You scored the first two goals. How do you feel?
I'm really happy. I don't have word to say. It's my first time to play for the PDL, and my first game I scored 2 goals. I think it's it's a good start for me. It's good for me.
Hola, somos los Peachy Boys de Mix Doing.
Yeah, for my confidence.
Oh, nice. What are you guys looking for the next game?
For the next game, we need to continue the series of winning until the end. We want to win every game until the end of the season. Yes.
Well, congratulations on the win, and we're looking forward to the next game.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Beautiful first win of the season for FC Miami City versus the Lakeland Tropics. They won 4-0 with Joel Odegrado scoring 2 goals coming off of the bench. I got to say, we said it earlier, Christian, when you have that head coach who has that secret in his back pocket, it looks like Joel Odegrado was the secret in the back pocket today.
Took full advantage, the fresh legs, and we talked about conditioning earlier, but they didn't need their players to play the whole game. They had fresh legs. They had ready players, and they took advantage.
They did. One surprise that we didn't see was the guy that everyone was looking for at Mohamed Karuma had the side and the corner play working for a lot of the parts of the first half. Him and Ethan Sonis tried to work the give and go. It didn't work, but it turns out they didn't need it.
Absolutely. I don't want to call him a decoy, but the Tropics were definitely focusing on Karuma, but it was the other players who took advantage. They wanted the spotlight on them this game. And you can't have it all, Karuma. We want some too.
You can't have it all. Don't forget the next game is here against the South Florida Surf at 6 p.m. live on FC Miami City's YouTube channel. Don't forget to go to fcmiamicityyoutube.com to check out all the replays in the games, and then follow them on Twitter at FC Miami City. We want to say thanks to our guests. We're going to go down to the field.
We had good team spirit before the game, so the coach wanted to talk with the players a little bit to say what is most important here is the team. And tonight we saw a team playing together. And I'm pretty proud of the boys, and I'm really happy with the score because 4 goals, 2 from Joel. He just came in at the 70-something minute, and then after that he scored 2 goals. It's amazing. It's a great season opener.
You guys earned the first 3 points, so you guys must be feeling confident about it, right?
But yeah. First of all, yes, we got the 3 points, and this is home, so it's better, to win at home. And the thing is that on the 3 goal scorers tonight, 3 of them are brand new players, like rookie players. So it's a renewal for the team between, as I said, rookie players and former players. And now we have the opportunity to see a lot of goals. I'm super happy.
Well, congratulations on the win. We're looking forward for the next game.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.
¿Cómo estás? Muy bien.
Came to our attention that medias are very important for the club and for the image of the club, but on top of that for the players themselves, we decided to partner with the
¿Cómo se siente en la victoria de
that partnership? Miami Media School will cover
es muy importante el primer partido porque
videos,
es donde nos pone confianza. Hemos trabajado muy bien, la preparación ha sido muy buena, entonces esa es la confirmación de la buena preparación que hicimos.
¿Van a tener como la misma estrategia para el otro partido o van a cambiar algunas cosas?
El trabajo, se ha hecho un trabajo de casi 3 meses, o sea que todo está bien preparado, funcionó. El partido al principio ellos estaban muy cerrados atrás, se defendían bien y el equipo que empezó el primer tiempo, después con los cambios, terminaron el partido.
Ya tienen 3 puntos en la tabla, ¿cómo te sientes?
No, súper contentos, pues te digo, vuelvo y te digo, esa es la confirmación del trabajo, físicamente se ha trabajado muy duro, tácticamente, y hoy era la confirmación, todo el mundo estaba ansioso, esperando este primer partido.
¿En casa?
En casa, claro, obviamente tenemos que siempre hacer respetar la casa de nosotros.
Eso sí es muy importante en todo. Bueno, felicidades por la victoria y nos vemos en el próximo partido. Hasta luego.
came to our attention that medias are very important for the club and for the image of the club, but on top of that for the players themselves, we decided to partner with the Miami Media School.